Well folks, this is an unusual one for me. It's a Saturday evening, very early. My good lady, she works Saturday evenings, so I'm having a night out in the woods. I've got myself and I've got the ever faithful Alfie down there somewhere. There he is. And I'm accompanied in the far distance by a group of dickheads who think it's wonderful to drive through this woodland on off-road bicycles, the petrol kind. I'm hoping to get on the steering group for this woodland, and I hope to get them out because it frightens the wildlife, and there are a number of dog walkers come through here, plus mothers with their toddlers. There's one guy hoping to do some nature walks, but well, we don't know about that one. Anyway, for the time being, I'm going to get myself some firewood because the sun is starting to set and I want to get my small honey stove on the go. Well, it's the hive today. I've brought my woodlaw griddle out to pop over the top of it. I've got some trout to cook up and a few bits to go with it, and some fresh chestnuts that I've just picked up. So I shall see you guys on the next frame. One very small amanita and my thumb for comparison. This looks like a panther cap. It's very young, and I think it's been knocked over by a squirrel. It certainly wasn't here on the Thursday morning when I was here. Well, got the water on, got the little fire going. I'm using a combination of hive and my woodlaw griddle, and I'm going to now set up my hammock and my sleeping bag. I've done a silly thing today. I have forgotten my head torch, but c'est la vie. Too high. My bijou residence for tonight. No tarp, just the open sky as my roof. And the mozzie net, just in case. Brilliant, don't you think? Oh, the back worth fire. I will be back in a minute, or in a little while. I'm going to go and cook some dinner. Bye. The start of my dinner, and I'm using a combination of honey stove hive and the woodlaw griddle, as I mentioned earlier. There's a closer. I think it's working rather well, actually. I might get another hive honey stove and have one on either side. Or work a way of extending two hives out. Well folks, the sun is setting and now the trees are dark. A band of light in the west, off to the land of my ancestors. Good night everyone, and I shall see thee on the morrow. Well guys, it's the other end of the night. It's sun up, it's about 7 o'clock. It's cold, it's nice, it's actually a beautiful morning. And got the fire on the go, brewing up the first tea of the day. We'll have breakfast and then go home. So, there is hints of a competition I have. I'm going to mull between now and when I do the film for the competition. I shall mull over a prize. Well, here I am. I've been awake for a little while now. Dawns were broke up and it's must be getting on for 8 o'clock. I'll just have a quick look see and see what the time is. Actually it's 8:10, so right. It was my first solo night out in the woods for a long time. A very long time actually, and I've quite enjoyed it. Of course, I did the usual thing, I left something at home. This time it was a head torch. So the intended note taking and having a little read went by the by. So basically I just settled down once it got dark and I've had a cup of tea in my hand. I just settled down for the night, wrapped myself up in my sleeping bag. It definitely needed the 4 season job last night. It did get quite cold at around 2 o'clock this morning. Good night, full moon, beautiful night, clear. The woods look so ethereal in the dark. I woke up at about, what, 11:30 and the woods, it was magical. I can't really describe it. As I said a bit earlier, I've got a competition coming up and I shall, when I get home, I shall do another short piece added onto this and it will be showing 2 objects and I will describe the competition rules and the prize. It's not going to be a great prize, but it will be one personally made by me. Got two new items. I've got a fold-away cup here. Can't really describe it. Can't really show how it folds up because I've got tea in it. But if you're familiar with the Norwegian Army cups, it's a similar system to that, except this folds flat. It's part of a Sea to Summit range, which I might get the plate for because they're very good. Takes up very little room in the pack. And I got this primarily because I'm always forgetting to take a cup out when me and Avalon, or Avalon and I shall I say, go out for walkies. And actually it's got quite good insulation properties. The other thing I'd like to show, and it's something that I've picked up along the way, an idea I picked up. It's been mulling around in my head for a while. And it finally come to fruition on the journeyman course. One of the guys had one of these. You may recognise it. It's a climber's chalk pouch, and it's great for just dropping little bits in and pulling the drawstring across. I used it in my hammock last night to drop my mobile phone in and my glasses. My glasses are always a bit of a problem. I often don't carry the glasses case with me, and trying to put them somewhere safe is often needed. So basically, this is a good one. This is I would say, deluxe version, because it's got a couple of external pockets. There's a nice little pocket here, great for putting fire flash in, and there's a couple of O2 zipper pockets for putting, say, a few documents or maybe an odd ID card or whatever. But the main pouch, great. I've put a carabiner on it so it hangs off the belt, or it can hang off the mosquito net inside the thing. Works very well. Mobile phone goes in there, glasses goes in there, hangs up like that, and it hangs off the belt. I'll keep the camera in it, and this fits in the top pocket. Good bit of kit. I say you might find a use for it, and it's great. I find it. So remember, something just as a little stuff pouch for odd bits. A rock climber's chalk bag, very useful piece of kit. It's something for you, Mick. I don't know whether you've seen it yet, but I shall dig out in my next video the Victorinox camper, or I might even attach it to the end of this, depends how I feel when I get in. It's just like that Trekker, but it's slightly smaller, and I was first put onto that years and years ago. It's a very good little knife. It's got everything I need. It's got the saw, scissors, what have you, plus the most important thing, if you've got a bottle of wine in your bag, corkscrew. A little word about fungi. I'm no expert. I have a deep interest in it, and I'm intended to take more courses. And I will restate that, I am no expert, but I do know the good from the bad. And I will say, if you do go out fungi foraging, folks, if you do decide to do it, take some advice of an expert, if you can find one. See if there's a local mycology club or fungi club nearby. Most towns, a lot of towns have them. Unfortunately, we haven't one round here. And I can only echo Claudia's advice on the course. Sponges and spines. Hedgehog fungus, when you turn it up the other way, you'll see lots of little spines like a hedgehog, and sponges, which is mostly boletes. The only really deadly one we have in the UK is the devil's bolete, but it is very, very rare. Get to know what that one looks like, and stick to boletes and stick to spines. Gills you have to be so very careful of. It is, because many of those are eat once. Apparently death cap tastes quite nice, but you spend 2 weeks of agony, you get better and you die. But then we all expire at some point. Well, as I said, it was a good night. It could have been better if I'd have brought my head torch with me, but just listening back, I heard owls, there's some squirrels making a bit of a ruckus in the night, pigeons having a flap, and far, far in the distance, fireworks and the general machinations of civilization as we know it. And not bad. So hopefully on the next clip I'll be showing you the competition items, which you will have to guess at, and I'll be describing the prize. So TTFN until the next frame. Well, hi guys, I'm back in my domicile now. The wonderful Avalon's got a brew on. Right, now for this little sort of competition-y thing. And Avalon's late father was a bit of a magpie when it come to tools, and he's a woodsman. He used to do coppice work, make laths for walls and hurdles, paling for fences, but he got these in his collection of tools. Now, what I would like to know is, what do you, my followers, think they were used for? I know what they were used for, but what do you think they were used for? I hope you can see these okay. Right, the prize will be either a beaded hatband or a beaded bracelet made in the Native American style. So it will be something that's personally made by me. I have a tendency to do this. And as winter's on its way, the craft work is on its way as well. So there you go. What do you think these two tools were used for? And here's an example of my beading work. The actual pattern of beading is entirely up to me. I will pick something suitable, either a Native American pattern or a pattern of my own choosing. But the prize is either a hatband or bracelet, and the winner would have to give me their wrist size or measure the band around their hat. So there you go, folks, and good research. The competition closes on the last day of November 2011.